February 2023 acquisitions. So I just got back from my local game shop. It was Pioneer night, and there's a bunch of guys who were like, "Oh, we really want these." Why have I got pink tweezers in my office? They're not mine. Anyway, sorry, slight detour. Bunch of guys from the shop were like, "Look, we want to sell cards. We got this, we got that." I was like, "Yeah, sure." So all in all, the buy price is 70% and a bunch of trade stuff. This lot has cost me £530. So just shy of £half a grand for these 3 piles. We are in Phyrexia All-Be-One Standard. This set's been out a couple of weeks, so there's a couple of cards from those sets in there. So we'll go through it. So Leyline Banding, pretty big staple at the moment, about 12 quid. Hex Catch about 4 each. Johnny about 4. Arcane Proxy, a couple of quid. Tyranix Rex, I think it's about 6 or 7 at the moment. I just wanted this for not a Pioneer. Canadian Highlander, Canlander. I've got an Absent Control thing I'm building. Same with Shoulder. Shoulder's about 40. So there's about 60 quid there. This lot is a bit of a weird collection. It's the guy who runs the local shop. He was like, yeah, I want to get out of some stuff. I am scared that I have missed the boat on Baldur's Gate Commander stuff. So I've just been trying to get as much, even if it's like bulk, even if it's like 10p, even if it's 20p, 15p, whatever. I'm trying to get as many of these as humanly possible, just to have around in case any of them spike, because I didn't pay attention to the set. I was really like disheartened by it. I just bought the lands and sacked the rest of it off, really. Bought the Fallout lands. Fallout lands were cheap. So yeah, there's a couple of All-Be-One cards in there. Obviously, big value cards like Kindred Discovery is cool. Hollow Bandit Lord's a bit of money. Continuing the trend of cards that weren't really worth anything, but I just wanted to add in to expose myself just in case anything happens. Ballows like 4 quid each. They're kind of cool. Figures like 4 or 5 quid. Bar and Brawl was like 50p or something. Lair of the Hydra is another one. It's just a good card. New Nissa seems to be doing pretty work. New Green Dominus, Scoots one bit of money. Obviously, a Seeker's Chariot is doing work in Pioneer. A couple of Titanias that I acquired tonight. Renin 7s, Kenriths. Horsemotor Dragon. I don't think that was actually worth anything. I think I might just pick up an error. I think it was like 20p. Augur's pretty cool. More of these cards that are from Baldur's Gate. Somebody's obviously opened a collector's booster of 2x2. Silverback Elder's like 6 or 7 quid, which is pretty sweet. Classic Lantern. Again, just little bits of value here and there. Some cards are like £1. Some cards are 50p. I just want exposure to them. They'll go in a box. Anything that's not worth any money. Artifacts are really down at the moment. They'll probably sit in a box for a little while and just wait until they go back up in value and accrue some more money. Nim Death Mantle's down. Bloodforged Battle Axe was like 9 quid. It's like £1 now. LGS Soul Ring. Lolo Chips like 6 quid. Vexen Puzzle Box is like 4 or 5 quid. Again, they're cards I did have my eye on and I've ended up buying for my own commander decks and stuff. More cheap artifacts, more stuff. Minsk and Boo's obviously a pretty big card. Seed Core Foil, not super expensive. Pretty good tribal land. Probably the Parans down from quite a high amount. And then this is a weird one because this was looking like it was like 25 quid, but Full Art Vindicates aren't this promo are about £3. So I can't see an Italian language Vindicate being that cost. I just can't. Also, these are coming up as being 11 quid on Card Market, but the app was valuing them at 3 quid. Seems to be some discrepancies there, but as far as I know, they are either release promos or buy a box. I don't know. So that's the jury's out on that one, really. Same with Core Haven. Card Market's got that at like 50 odd euros. The app's got it at like 20 quid. I have this card in a deck. I don't think that it's worth 50 odd quid. In fact, I'll be swapping out my copy of this card, I think, in my Canlander EDH deck for this promo. And then the last one, obviously, Ragavan, which is like 50 odd quid. pretty sweet. That was decent. And then this is the big value pile. This was somebody owed me some money and decided to settle it by giving me cards. And then he also wanted about 130 quid of my cards, and obviously I buy it 70%. So I ended up taking the value from his binder, which seemed like a fair trade. As you can see, I've basically just gone through. I've pulled the hits, I've pulled the cards I wasn't familiar with, as in like some of the Baldur's Gate stuff. Obviously these sleeves are gross. I'll be swapping them out. Some of the newer stuff that's mythic, that's worth a bit of money. Some of the other stuff that's just, oh, I dropped a card in there, EDH fodder. So I'll be going through, I'll be taking the cards off, I'll be taking the sleeves of these, re-sleeving the value again. Raphael, not really worth anything. These ninjas have hit reprints, not really worth much, but they are worth something. Count smells like a tenner. More Baldur's Gate stuff that I just want exposure to. Hinata seemed pretty good. Seemed like a pretty popular commander for a while. Reiki's always a couple of quid. Skrell's a couple of quid. Johnny Magistrate's like a tenner. Pure Steel Paladin's like tenner. Search for Glories, I just want exposure to that because it's a great card. Archivist of Ogma seems to be doing absolute work in Canadian Highlander and EDH at the moment. It's quite a valuable card. These are just spec stuff, they weren't worth anything, but I wanted exposure. I wanted this for my Angels deck. Obviously, Teferi's Protection, good card. Force Negation, good card. New Kemba. More cards I just wanted exposure to, essentially. Should put those on the exposure pile. Cards, Shacklegeist, not worth anything. I thought it'd be pertinent to have it. Vodalian Hexcatcher, really good for Merfolk. Some spicy foils there. Spicy regular cards worth a couple of quid for EDH. More spicy foils. Diabolic Intent, pretty good card. Value, Spread and Plague value. Archangel Ties value. Omniscience value. So, yeah, all in all, for a £530 spend, I'm sure you can appreciate that I've done pretty well out of it. I buy it at 70%. I base all my purchases at the moment off of that. Mana box is really helpful picking some of this stuff up. Sometimes it gets prices wrong, but generally speaking, when I'm buying at such a big profit margin, it seems to be all right. Fade from History, apparently it's doing work in Legacy. Don't know, don't follow it, we'll see. More sketch artifacts and regular artifacts that have been printed in Brothers War. Again, exposure, value's low, it's worth picking up right now. 4 Planar Bridge is obviously plummeted due to a Text 2 reprint. Helm of the Host is down. Shop promos, just good value to have. Ultra Dementia, and then Triomes sell very quickly, very easily. A good pickup, obviously, to have just a flip. I'm trying to think if any of these are going to be going to my personal decks. There's definitely a Full Art and Datha Triome. There we go. That's going in my Amazon Canlander deck. Treat me, Sim. Argoth. Again, some of these good EDH lands. Battle for Promenade's World Tree's pretty good. The new lands from Innistrad 2022. These are really great. They seem to be doing a lot of work in Pioneer. And then a foil Vistaprint. So all in all, pretty good pickup for the evening. Some heavy hitters there. I'm pretty happy. I don't feel like I'm too out of pocket at just over £5,000. With what I'm going to keep, I expect to make probably 700-800 back, maybe. And keep a few cards for my EDH deck. Or Canlander deck even, so I'm pretty happy with that. And my office desk is a total mess. It's just full of cards, tweezers that have just randomly appeared. Yeah, there we go.